So now we're going to talk about how to graph inverses of functions. And here we're told we want to find the inverse of this function, and we want to graph both functions and verify the inverse on the graph. Well, we just talked about that inverses on graphs means that the line should be reflecting over the line y equals x. So that's what we're going to be looking for. So let's just graph this first line. So what I'll do is I'll graph that first line in blue. And here, remember, y equals mx plus b. My b is -4, so that's my y-intercept. So here I'm graphing my y-intercept at -4. And then how do I get to my next point? Well, here's my slope. So down 2 to the right 3. So I'm going to move down 2 and to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. And then how do I get a point on the other side of my y-intercept? I go up 2 and to the left 3. And I'm just going to do this a couple of times because it's going to be really hard for me to draw a straight line. So I'm going to do this in both directions. So down 2 more, here's 3, down 2 more, here, 1, 2, 3, here we go. Okay, so now here is my function, the original line that I'm given. Okay, now what I need to do is find the inverse of the function. Well, remember our first step in writing the equation of an inverse was switching the f of x to y. So I have y equals -2/3 x minus 4. Then I have to switch my x and my y. So I have x equals -2/3 y minus 4. Now I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. These are not like terms, so I just have x plus 4 equals -2/3 y. All right, so now I need to divide by -2/3 y, which is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by -3/2. These cancel out, and I have to multiply the whole side by -3/2. So notice how I put the x plus 4 in parentheses. Okay, now what I'm going to do is distribute in. So -3/2 times x is just -3/2 x. And now -3/2 times 4. So big times the top. So 4 times -3 is -12. Divided by 2 is -6. So I have -3/2 x minus 6 equals y. And then that very last step was writing the inverse with the inverse notation. So the inverse of x is -3/2 x minus 6. All right, so now let's graph this one. So here, my y-intercept is -6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's my y-intercept right there. And here's my slope, down 3 to the right 2. So I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3 to the right 2. Now, how do I get a point on the other side? I have to go up 3 and to the left 2. So from my intercept, I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3 to the left 2. Oh, why did that happen? Okay, I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3 to the left 2, up 3 to the left 2. And I'm just going to keep doing this because it's going to be really hard for me to draw a line otherwise. So here, what I'm doing is I'm just drawing that. It's a terrible straight line. I'm sorry about that. And now what I'm going to do is I want to draw in my y equals x line because I need to verify that if I fold over this line that my graphs are a reflection of each other. They are mirror images. So how can I do this? And my graphs are kind of ugly looking, but how can I do this? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some points on both lines. So let's start with my y-intercept. So here I have, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 0, -4. And then I have here 1, 2. So then I have 2, 3, so -3, -2. And then I have also here, let's pick this line. So 3, -6. I want to make sure that these points, the inverse of these points, are on my pink line. So let's make sure of that. So -6, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Look, yep. So I have an inverse. Let's see, -2, -3, -2, -3. Yes. And then here is negative, or I already did -6, 3. So -4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So look at, yes, my lines are inverses, and that's how I was able to verify on the graph. Okay, I want you to practice some problems now.